We are controlled by electronic media. As a result, we have lost our individuality. Do you agree?
All right, now, oh, my heart sinks. What kind of essay are they encouraging the students to write?
An argumentative essay.
And you know I hate them. So this is argumentative or discursive or expository or opinionative, and I've left something out, persuasive. And I hate all of them. How do you, come on, you've marked these essays in your time. How do you feel about these essays?
I'm on the fence with these ones.
Oh, really?
Because,
okay.
And the only reason is because you can get some really good ones, but you can also get some really bad ones. So it's never anything in the middle. It can go either good or bad, and that is my issue with them, is that...
Right, and in your experience,
yeah.
If you say, looking at 100% of argumentative discursive essays, what percentage were really good?
I'd say 30.
Okay, and that is the problem. I would still like you to use description and narration, but I tell you what worries me a bit is the memo. And I've forgotten, have you got the, where's the memo? The memo says things like, it's this, do you want to just read what, this is what the memo is and what the memo says you should do.
First, these are the things that must be considered. So the essay must offer one distinct opinion. Therefore, the essay must be either for or against the given topic. And secondly, there should be a clear defense or motivation or argument for the position taken.
Yeah, and so what worries me is if the markers do not understand that in this kind of writing we use description and we use narration, you know, then you might be marked down. So I'm worried about giving you advice that would get you a good mark in my classroom, or if I were your marker, but might actually set you up for failure in the exam. What I say to my students, and you can keep this in the back of your mind because you might write later, is that you should begin in the moment no matter what the essay is. So this one was, if we just go back to the topic about electronic media, so I would begin with, I don't know, we were sitting here before we started, the two of us not communicating at all, both of us on our phones. And I actually thought for a moment, this is the real new generation, and I've joined it. So I'd begin with that and talk about the fact that we're sitting here not asking, how have you been since I last saw you or whatever, but actually communicating with somebody else. And then I would do the argument. But you wouldn't know if I were writing a descriptive essay or a narrative or an argumentative until you got to the second or even the third paragraph. And that for me is good writing. But I am worried, looking at the memo, which Tandeka's just gone through with you, I'm scared about giving you that advice. So my best advice is don't write on it. Can you imagine again? Or if you do, what did you say? Use original details.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go back to the topic. Controlled by electronic media. Can you give me an original detail? Because this is your generation, not mine.
I think there are quite a few of these, especially if you look at the second line with the idea of, as a result, we have lost our individuality. A lot of people, we have now what are called social media influencers. So if this person who has 1,000 or 1 million followers is doing a certain thing, everyone else is expected to do that or follow that particular trend because that is what everyone else is doing, and the person who has 1 million followers is doing it as well. So they're telling you, if you want to look like me, have this tea or have this or that. So I think the genuine one would be around people really trying to change their image because a popular person is doing it.
One of my grade 10s said to me, if she sees a celebrity wearing a particular shoe, that's what she wants. So But again, look at it, original details. I really want the details. I want which social medium are you on? Who is it that you're following on Twitter or whatever? This tea, I'd actually like to know the details because for me, otherwise, look at what you were saying, just to describe a lot of people. And what are we into? Generalizations. And I find it so boring. And remember, you mark for 10 hours a day and you mark essays. Can you imagine marking, I don't know, 5 an hour, 10 an hour, and they're all the same?